welcome back to Caitlin's Corner. Last week when I posted my plan with me for June, I got a request from a viewer named Sophie. Hi Sophie, thank you so much for your request to do a video on my bullet journal supplies. And because my bullet journal supplies entirely or pretty much consist of pens, this is going to turn into more of my bullet journal pen collection video. So that is what I am doing today. I'm going to share all of the pens that I have with you, do a little demonstration in my actual bullet journal of all of them, and yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna go down. Before I get started though, please keep in mind that although I do feel like I have a lot of pens, I do share this stash with my mom because she's into bullet journaling as well. I do have a partner in crime, so just something to be aware of. The first set of pens I'm going to share with you guys today are the Faber-Castell pens. My favorite go-to pen has always been the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen in the size small, but my mom and I also have the black pen in a fine, medium, and bold option. So let me just demonstrate these for you. This right here is the small, medium, and fine. And then the bold is more of a felt tip kind of thing. It's more markerish than pen. It's not as easy to write with, so I don't use it very often, and obviously, as you can see, I'm getting a little messy with things, but that's how that one looks. Because I do love the black Pitt Artist pen so much, I ended up getting a ton of different colors when I saw these in an art store in Toronto. It was actually about a 10-minute walk from my dorm last year, and it was wonderful. My mom and I were like kids in a candy store, but I've demonstrated them all here, and I've wrote them, or I've demonstrated them by writing the name of each color. So if you want to give these a closer look, you can just pause the video. There is no bleeding through. You do see some shadowing of the writing, which I think is called ghosting, when a pen ghosts. I don't know if that's correct, but yeah, I love using these pens and I think they're awesome and definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. We also have these Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen sets. These are for the bold ones, and we have it in the basic colors and the landscape colors. I will show those as well. Some of these names are very weird. There you have that. The bold doesn't really bleed through either. I mean, you definitely do see it more so than the small sized ones, but not like, they're not bleeding through. There's just a little bit of shadowing happening. And some of the colors that you may want to take a specific look at are the May Green in the bold and the May Green in the small, just so that you get a good comparison. So you can see the differences between the two, and also the Indathering Blue in the small and also the bold as well. Up next are Pigma's Micron pens. Now these four ones that I have here in my hand are all black. So these are ones I think my mom really likes to use. I do sometimes use them as well, and I like them. I just instinctively now go towards the Pitt pen, but these are nice as well. And there you have the Pigma Microns in sizes 1, 3, 5, and 8. Again, I don't think there's any significant bleeding happening over here. And now on to the colors. I think I'm gonna do this though over on this page here and leave this as a practice doodle page. I couldn't find on these pens where the name of the colors are, but that's why I put the pens right beside them, just so that maybe you can cross-reference them if you're seeing any images online, which by the way, I will try and include as many links to these pens as I can find down in the description box below. And something to keep in mind is all of these Micron pens that I have here are in the size 5. Here are my beautiful, wonderful Tombow marker pens. These are wonderful. I love using these to fill in any spaces that I have in my letters. Like when I do the writing that I did over here, I'd fill in these little gaps here with a color just to add a little something something, if you know what I mean. I don't really ever write with these things. I usually just use it for filling in. So excuse my atrocious writing. I'm not sure how well you can see this on camera right now, but this is actually my favorite one out of all of the Tombows that I have because it's so subtle but still adds a little bit of color. And there you have that. These don't really do any or too much bleeding in either, but I would be careful, like when you're using especially the thicker felt tip side, not to press down too hard or for too long, because I do see some areas where it almost looks like it could have started bleeding through the page. Up next we have Staedtler's 6 Tri Plus Fine Liner pens. These are the porous point pens in sizes 0.3 millimeters. They're a 6-pack of these gorgeous colors, so let's attack these. And there you have the Staedtler colors, or Staedtler colors, there we go. I did make a little boo-boo here, so just ignore that, but there's the 6 colors. They're very fine. I hope you can see them on camera, but they don't bleed through at all. I'm definitely gonna need a whole page to do my Papermate pens. As you can see, I've got quite a few of them, and I think this is comprised of 2 sets. Like I said, I'll try and link it down below so that you can find these colors. And here are all the Papermate colors. All of the colors in this column, I believe, are part of their classic available all the time set. And these ones, which I'm not sure if I'm missing a color or 2 or not, but these are part of their tropical color set, or a limited edition set that I'm not sure whether or not you can still buy. But yeah. And the last 2 set of pens I have here are both fountain pens. One is the Pilot fountain pen that I got with my bullet journal starter kit from Goulet Pens, and this one is a Lamy fountain pen that my mom bought for herself in Toronto at a different pen store. But yeah, she really loves this, and I have used it before, and it writes beautifully. I don't use fountain pens very often though, so bear with me as I write this, but you can't deny how smooth this one is. So there are my demonstrations, a few demonstrations of the Lamy and Pilot pen. In this row, I went and wrote Lamy and Pilot and then darkened wherever I had a downward stroke. This I tried to do a little bit more finely, and this I tried to thicken it a bit, but I definitely don't use fountain pens enough to know how to really use them to their full potential for calligraphy purposes. So I'm no expert when it comes to fountain pens at all, but they are a lot of fun, so I should really start using them more. That is on June's task list. Figure out how to use fountain pens better. Oh, and you know what? I thought that was it, but I also have these Pilot pens, these Frixion ballpoint Pilot pens. So let me show a little demonstration of these as well. Now the packaging for this is in, I can't tell if it's Japanese or Mandarin. I believe she ordered this from a Japanese pen store or something like that, but they're Frixion Ball Knock 05 Pilot pens. So very interesting. Oh my goodness, I think I found a new favorite pen. I love these so much. I love how the colors look on the page. There's no bleeding through, and they're just so fine. I very much so approve of my mom's purchase of these. And that, my friends, pretty much sums it up for today's pen collection video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe found some new pens that you're interested in checking out. I've also been getting some requests to show how I do some of my fonts in my bullet journal, so give this video a thumbs up if that is something you'd like to see, and I'll get it to you very shortly. And I will see you all soon with a new video. Until then, bye everyone.